It starts with a wizard. He's old and he's wise, and though he is small, there is strength in his size. The Goliath from the west, he's not smart, but he's strong. The Flagon Slayers, this is their song. Now the warlock, he's lost all the memories he had, 'cause to deal with a demon went seemingly bad. And the druid on his quest to save the shadow plane, when you hear tortured souls, you'll remember his name. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on. The cleric, she heals in the light of the moon. She wants to find purpose, it'll come someday soon. Then the rogue draws his sword, metals clashing again. When it comes to a duel, he will always win. They're the Flagon Slayers, they drink and they fight. They're the Flagon Slayers, by day or by night. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on.
Hi, everybody. I would first like to apologize that I am so tiny on your screen. Second, I would like to apologize that my mic is probably not the best. We're currently experiencing pretty bad thunderstorms and potential tornadoes. Um, so my internet's out. So we're going to be doing this. And because my internet is out, I can't pull up our battle maps or any of my NPC information. Yippee. So, since Abby's back, we are going to
Abby's back.
Catch up with Thea. Yeah, good cheers, boys. Good cheers. Good cheers. We're gonna catch up with Thea and see what happened or is currently happening in the Feywild. So, let's get started, I guess. I'm a little discombobulated. I didn't expect I was going to be playing on my phone. So,
last time that we that you guys saw Thea, we were all as a group with the false five, as I have been naming them on YouTube, but for us it's been like the new five or the other five, whatever you want to call them. It's a new group of five that we met out in Western, and Thea and what we assume is a clone of her mother, the clone of her mother exploded, and all of a sudden one of the members of the five was assumed to be Shavira, who and she showed up at the explosion site. Her and Thea kind of got into a conversation about oh, why did you have to get involved in this? And then Thea tried to teleport away with her mother's clone, but Shavira was Shavira was able to quickly become part of that. I believe plane shift, not teleport. Plane shifted away, so all three of them went away, and that's the last time we saw Thea. So it's been 3 weeks. We've played a few episodes since then. The rest of the group has no idea where she's been, what she's been doing, and Rupert was sent after her to try to find her about 5 minutes after she plane shift. But because she went to the Feywild, time be different there. So Rupert could have ended up...
I'm different, Caleb. You're right.
That's where we're at right now. And this episode is also backtrack from where we are currently at, if anyone's keeping up with that. So Just a heads up on that.
Yeah, we're being all timey-wimey here. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. Can you tell I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who? Before we started the stream, I had Abby roll percentage dice, and that kind of determined where she landed. Um, so, Thea, as you and Nelly and Annalise are hurled through the dimensional rifts between the planes, um, you you don't know if it's because of the sorcerer magic inside you right now. You don't know if it's because of emotional turmoil. Could be column A and column B. You aren't quite sure where you're landing. You just know you're going to the Feywild. So you almost like when you're on a roller coaster and it suddenly breaks at the very end. You kind of lurch forward. The three of you appear in the best way I can describe it is a dark, damp cave. There's no light source. It is 100% pitch black in here. Even dark vision is not amazingly helpful, but mildly. You hear the drip of water coming from some of these stalactites. It's eerily quiet down here, though, except for the drip of water.
Do I feel like anybody with me?
Yeah, you do know they're still with you. You're in the exact same position as you were when you left. Annalise quickly pulls away from you, and you hear footsteps kind of trailing off. You also can hear Nelly breathing faintly.
Remind me, something was wrong with her.
She exploded, but she didn't like explode. She just like had a bunch of magical energy just kind of like come out of her. She's running a high fever. She also said, "I didn't want you to see me like this." And then you teleported her. She's unconscious now. It seems as though the planar travel may have sapped what little strength she had left, and she is no longer conscious.
Okay. That's not good. Trying to find my character sheet really quick.
Yeah, no worries.
Can I see both of their forms around me, even if
you can see Nelly's. Annalise has gotten too far away.
Okay. How big? Okay. Can I try to kind of feel around and kind of gauge how big this cell is?
So, as you kind of look around, you are in a massive cave network. You know that it is pretty deep because of how dark it is. Also, there's no vegetation down here. In the Underdark, there's a lot of bioluminescent fungus that tends to, light up things. But here it's just dark.
Okay. Wait, is it a cave or a cage?
Cave.
Okay, I heard cage. Okay, so it's a cave.
Yeah,
that's better.
Sorry. Yeah. I'll enunciate better.
Sirus is in a cage.
By choice.
You guys will find out what that means later.
Okay. As soon as I get my character sheet to load, we'll see what I do. Um, she's not dying actively,
She
right?
does have a fever. She does. She has a pretty high fever. She's presenting flu symptoms.
Okay. Can I do like a medicine check to see if there's like something I could do to like stabilize her a little more?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll.
I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 19. Thank God.
Oof.
So 25.
Okay. You have a few things in your pouch that you could probably reduce her fever a little bit. Um, and then you also know that like this is a cold, damp area. You could probably find something to kind of cool her down. But you will probably need a light source if you want to actually go looking around.
Okay. Can I pull out my sword? Does that glow a little bit?
It was a faint glow, yeah. Imagine like Sting in Lord of the Rings when the orcs are around. That level of glowing.
Let's try it. Just see if that helps a little bit.
Okay. So as you pull out your sword and lift it up, you can see more around you. Um,
Mhm.
you see what appears to be this strange mound of something. You are sitting on top of like this almost plateau area. A little bit down, you see what looks like bone jutting out, and then there's like a mass of something at the bottom, and you continually hear the dripping of water. And as you look, the cave ceiling is just outside of the light that you can produce, so it's probably 20 feet above you.
Mhm. Okay. Do I hear Annalise's footsteps at all still, or
You do not. It has gotten too far away.
so she just in theory bolted?
In theory, there's a lot of magical ways that she could be undetectable.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I have some healing potions. Well, did I already try to heal her? I can't remember. I think I did.
You used a spell or two, but nothing like physically.
Okay, can I give her a greater healing potion and see what happens?
Sure.
Okay.
She drinks it.
Okay.
Her fever definitely does come down. She seems to be a little bit more stable. She's still unconscious though.
Okay. Hmm. What am I supposed to do? That's, oh man, I don't know what to do.
Quite the dilemma, isn't it?
A little bit. And this stupid character sheet that I have is so glitchy. I can't see all of my spells at once. They'll just like load and then like disappear.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
wait. Oh, it's really driving me crazy. Can we just work? That would be so cool. Trying to like move it over to like some different character sheet that I can use more reliably because this one's pissing me off. Um, feel like I did a greater
As
restoration.
you're sitting there, trying to figure out what to do, you begin to hear this rumbling,
Oh no.
kind of this like low, almost thunder.
Huh.
You then hear what sounds like the pounding of like footsteps as you can see coming through one of the tunnels that leads in here. You see the shadows of a torch projecting, and two things, two humanoid-looking things coming through the tunnel.
Can I cast Pass Without a Trace and just try
Sure.
to hide myself and her?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Okay. That was cocked. Hit all my other dice. 28, I think.
Okay. So you see these two figures walking down, and they're holding. One of them is holding in his left hand a torch that's giving off a blue flame, and then in the other he's carrying something, and then the other one is also carrying something. They're carrying these large bags that you can see are bloodstained. You hear one of them say, I don't understand why we have to be the ones that do this. Then the other one who's carrying the torch, well, sometimes you draw the short straw. We just need to get out of here quick. You see them both open up the sacks, and they just start chucking in random body parts of different things. You see like goblin arms, the head of like a bugbear. These guys are also, I should say, they're human looking. They're a little bit bigger than your average human, but they're humanoid, I guess would be the best way to describe it. They're definitely not Goliaths. You can tell they're not Goliaths. They start chucking random viscera into the pit that you are overlooking. You see that mound that you saw begin to kind of quiver and kind of move. You hear one of the guys say, all right, this should be enough for now. Let's get out of here before it wakes up. Scatter out. Take the empty bags with them. The thing continues to move. And it eventually rises up. You see a purple worm that's probably about 40 feet long from what you can tell. And it just starts going in and kind of scooping up all of this refuse.
I hate that.
Lisa
That's not fun.
Shut up, Caleb.
Oh, do you?
But you do know now that there is a way out of here.
Is where they came from?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna try. Do you think I could pick her up? Like, how hard would that be?
What's your strength?
A 14.
14. I would say that if you try and carry her, you're going to have half movement speed, and then you'll have disadvantage on dexterity checks.
Okay. That makes sense. I'm going to, I'm going to try to pick her up and like
Okay.
stealthily carry her over, which I think I would probably be moving slow anyway, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Gonna try to walk in that direction.
Do you slowly kind of carry her? Are you like trailing her, or are you like carrying her over the back? How are you trying to do this?
I feel like over my back would probably long term be easier. Like just wearing her like
Okay.
a scarf.
Like a backpack. Oh, a scarf. Okay, over the shoulders.
Yeah, over the
Okay.
shoulders.
Okay. So you stealthily kind of go through. You see this worm just chomping, just eating all of these body parts.
Yeah.
You notice as you come down, skulls and other assorted bones litter the bottom of this pit. You creep by, and you eventually make it to the tunnel where you saw the two men. You go through there for a little while until you start to see a light at the end of the.
Mhm.
What do you want to do? Do you want to keep going, or do you want to? What do you want to do?
What kind of light does it look like? Is it like torchlight or?
It looks like daylight.
Okay. I'll just keep going towards it.
You eventually go up, and you see that you are at the mouth of a cave that overlooks a swamp. Um, the swamp spans in all directions that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And the water has this like purple sheen to it. You know, like when oil is sitting on top of water, it kind of looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Icky.
yeah, but it is daylight. There's bugs. You hear mosquitoes and all sorts of stuff just buzzing around.
Okay. Does anything about it look familiar? Or is this probably a part of the Feywild I've never been to?
Well, there's many parts of the Feywild you haven't been to, and this is probably one of them.
That makes sense.
You do notice, however, that the two guards that you saw that came in, you see them walking along a trail that's kind of been carved out of the swamp, and they're probably about a mile in front of you. It's just everything is so flat in this area that you can see them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does it look like there's anything in any direction that I could like walk towards, like any sign of civilization, or is it all just swamp?
It's pretty much all just swamp. You see a few like large mangrove trees that are kind of dotting the area, but it looks like you're pretty lost.
Okay. Close that door a little bit. Guess I'm gonna. And there's no sign of Annalise at all.
Not that you can tell, no.
Can I try? Is there like a way to feel out like a check I could make to see if I can like feel her around me, like her presence at all? Or would that just I need to be able to see into the ethereal plane or
Make an
something?
insight check.
Okay. That would be a 22.
You don't think she's nearby, but you do get the sense that you are being watched by the swamp. There is stuff in the swamp that is probably keeping a close eye on.
I don't like that.
There is a feeling of unease. The hair on the back of your neck is standing up. It's almost as if this like elven sixth sense of danger. Like when a cat knows that an earthquake is coming.
Is that a thing?
Interesting.
Yeah, cats can know when earthquakes are coming. Yeah.
Interesting.
The more you know.
Editor Caleb, put the more you know in my hands right here. Look, I'll do it for you. The more you know. There you go. Now if he doesn't do it, he's a loser.
Now I don't need to. You did it for me.
No, you have to do the animation.
Oh.
More work for Editor Caleb.
Yay, future Caleb, you suck. Just kidding, you're awesome. This current Caleb, though.
God damn.
All versions of Caleb kind of suck.
Oh.
I thought you said all virgins of Caleb, and I was like, what?
That works too.
Interesting.
Sophia, as you're walking through here, Nelly is kind of stirring a little bit, but she's still not conscious. She may be having like some sort of nightmare.
Okay. What did I do? Yeah, there's not really anything I can do to help her right now with that. I'll just every once in a while, like, kind of pat, like, like, pat her hair and like try to be comforting in the best way I can while she's also in this uncomfortable position.
As you're walking, you hear something off to your right, and you hear this low croaking noise, just this weird kind of croak.
Okay. Does it sound like a normal frog, or does it sound like a something?
It doesn't
bigger?
sound like a normal frog. It doesn't sound like a normal frog.
Do
They
I
do
have
sound
any
big.
knowledge of what it could be? If I encountered a creature like this?
Make a nature check. I don't remember what the book this shows up there.
14.
14. You're not super familiar with Feywild creatures. Gosh dang it, it's not in there. You do have, but it's not like getting near you. It sounds like perhaps there's like some sort of hunting going on away from you. You do see, however, this large frog-like creature leap out and grab a large bird that's flying over the swamp. Jumps probably 50 feet into the air and snatches this bird out of the air and lands in the swamp water. And you get a good look at this thing. It is a froghemoth.
Oh no.
I don't know if anyone's familiar with those, but they're giant demon frogs, basically. They're not actually demons, but they're huge. It has multiple eyes. They're kind of all looking around as it's munching on this bird. It looks over your way as it's still.
Hate that.
It decides to sink back into the swamp water.
True. Yeah, as I'm walking, I'm just gonna try to keep an eye out for any kind of like weird creatures that could maybe come out of the swamp or might jump out of a tree or like I'm just gonna try to stay on like high alert if I can.
Make perception check for me.
Okay. It's not great. 27.
Not great. Almost a 30.
Rolled a single digit.
So as you're walking, kind of going through here, the swamp kind of bottoms out as you go down through it, and you see another person walking towards you. It looks as though they've got a large backpack on, and like a fishing pole is sticking out, and then there's some pots and pans down by the bottom of the bag. They look to be older, probably 70s, but they're just kind of got a fishing cap on, and they're walking the opposite. So you're walking towards each other.
Are they walking towards me or in my direction? Like,
it's like you're both on a trail and just going the opposite ways.
Okay, can I like insight check this person? Like, are they looking at me? Are they trying to size me up at all? Like,
make an insight
anything
check.
like that? Natural 1. I'm very disoriented.
You're like, that's a cool hat, and then you keep going. Especially as you cross, they say, hello. Had a rough night, huh? Gesturing towards the woman on your shoulders.
Yeah, she went a little too crazy.
Oh, I understand that. You know, when I was your age, I had some pretty crazy fishing trips.
Yeah, you know, she's just learning her limits.
Yeah, that's code for orgies.
Someone was taking the bait, if you know what I'm saying. He kind of, well, have you? I know it's a weird question. Have you seen a giant frog?
I sure did.
Oh, well, that's good. You see, and he pulls out from one of his pockets this what looks like a bounty that says there's a frog hemoth that has been terrorizing the Shattered Fens. So you kind of read it. The reward is 500 gold. You see, me and the missus are wanting to take a little retirement around the plains, and we figure this will probably get us something. And I'm such a good fisherman that I think I can do it myself. How far back was it?
I'll tell him it wasn't. It was, pretty close.
Okay. Well, thank you, stranger. Gestures with his hat. As he takes his hat off, you see two small horns. They're kind of concealed underneath while he's wearing the hat. Tips it to you, puts it back on. He says, oh, where are my manners? When crossing a wary traveler, one always likes to give them a small token. And he pulls out from his bag. You see this small piece of taffy, like saltwater taffy.
Mm-hmm.
And he offers it to you. Now, I will say this. It gets stuck in your teeth. But it's always good when you're needing a little pick-me-up. You're not allergic to nuts, right?
No.
Good. And you see, he continues walking. See you around.
He's
See
just
ya.
like He's just like, there's no nuts in it. I was just making sure you weren't allergic to nuts.
Just curious.
Yeah.
Just being nosy.
Okay. That was weird. So was he like a tiefling of some kind, or?
Those were definitely not tiefling horns.
Oh.
They were like
Like
little tiny like forehead horns.
like a satyr? That
Potentially. Yeah.
is it Garmelie?
Mr.
It is
Tumnus.
not.
It's
It's Mr. Tumnus.
Tumnus.
James McAvoy.
Mr. Tumnus.
The city that, well, so as you kind of crest this, you see a small swamp town. It's kind of built on top of kind of a deeper section of the swamp, probably about a mile away at this point.
Okay. I guess I'll walk in that direction.
You spend about 20 minutes kind of slogging through the swampy, disgusting, just, there's swamp water in your boots. There's mud caked all over your legs. You eventually make it into town. And you see this kind of like sleepy sort of swamp town. It looks as though their primary thing is fishing. And it's mainly populated by tieflings, humans, and a few drow. Yeah, no worries.
Mom,
Zach,
I'm
you're allergic.
playing D&D. Mom, let me play D&D, Mom.
Mom, Dragon.
Pretty sure she can hear us.
Yeah.
It makes it
She
funnier.
was asking me where her chicken powder was.
Mom, I want to
I
play
reorganized.
D&D.
I reorganized the
Chicken
price
powder
cabinet the
is-
other day.
Did you organize it alphabetically?
No, just what would fit in places, and it made some sense.
The Tetris method.
Yeah.
You do see though that a lot of the fishing boats have been docked for the day, and some of them are even starting to collect dust. So it looks as though that this frog hemoth problem is perhaps affecting the local economy a little bit more than the older gentleman let on.
Hmm. Okay. Do I see like people around, or?
Yeah, there's people walking around. You see a bunch of like fish markets that have been closed because they have no product. It literally says sold out on the placards in front of them. It's kind of just this dead town. The youngest
Does
person
it seem
you've
like
seen
all-
also is probably in their late 40s.
Oh. Does it seem like all kinds of people live here, or is it like one specific race of
Humans and
species,
teeth.
or... Okay. Where is it? Interesting. Is there anywhere around that looks like something resembling like an inn or a hostel or something?
Make an investigation check.
Favorite. 6.
6. It seems like a pretty small town. There's only like 6 buildings in the entire place. And the road that brought you in it cuts the town in half and takes you out too. You do see that there is one building that is maybe like a church or some sort of temple, that's dedicated to the Storm Lord. So it's got you see outside there's a statue of this like very like barrel-chested, burly man's man with a big fish in one hand and a fishing rod in the other, like all those dads on Facebook that post about fast they caught. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, it looks as though that's maybe a temple to Cord or the Storm Lord. Take it.
Mhm.
But that is probably your best chance of getting shelter.
Okay. I'll go in and check it out.
Um, you go in there, and there is a singular woman in there, older, kind of probably in her like late 60s. Um, she sees you and looks up at you, kind of caring. Uh, how can I help you? It seems as though you have a friend in need.
Yeah. I'm a little lost too. Not really sure where I am.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, this is the village of Fire Deep, and we are in the Shattered Fens.
Does any of that ring a bell?
Spire Deep, no. The Shattered Fens is a part of the Feywild that used to be a very lush island chain, but as kind of darkness kind of crept into the area because of a corrupted Archfey, the environment began to shift and warp until it has become the swamp that you are in today. Um, it is it's definitely a place that most people outside the Feywild do not wish to be.
Oh, good. Um, would it be all right if we like sat in here for a little bit while I kind of figure out what to do?
Well, as you can see, we're quite busy, but I think I can squeeze you in some. Here, come on. And she takes you to this small room with a singular mattress and a table, like a little writing desk, but nothing too fancy. It does have a window, though, that overlooks the swamp.
Oh, beautiful. Room with a view.
Oh, well, only the best for our new travelers. If you need anything, please let me know.
What was your name?
Uh, my name is Stefania.
Stefania and Thea.
It's a pleasure to meet you, dear. And who's your friend?
Nelly.
Pleasure to meet you both. If you need anything, please let me know. I can hear you from the front, so just speak a little loud and I'll be able to help. And then
Thank
she
you.
leaves. She also appears to be a smaller horned creature. Can't quite tell if she's a satyr or not, but she does have the little tiny horn.
Okay. I wonder if that's his wife. That'd be funny. Okay. What time does it seem to be? Roughly.
Probably about hmm, probably like 4 in the afternoon at this point.
Okay. It's a little early to go to sleep. Can I look around? Is there anything like on the writing desk or anything like that?
Make an investigation check as you kind of look around the room, trying to get your bearings.
7. On the
A
up
little
and
bit
up.
better than 6. You see a few people have like carved their names into the desk and like what date they were at the hostel. There's nothing really out there. Um, the names are um, like Kevin, Stan, and like, some generic names. There's also like Garthabax the Conqueror, and just like kind of a wide range of weirdos. Um, you also do notice the name Targarus is carved in here, but that's a common elf name. But
Does it look like his handwriting?
well, it's carved in with a knife, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's from about 70 years ago, so
I
but
just know,
it's kind of hard to
being
tell.
who I am, I probably at some point would have tried to
Forge
forge his signature.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It doesn't appear to be carved in his hand, but your dad's also not the best of whittlers, so
Does it look like what does it just look like it was carved with like a knife or maybe like a little bit of like a sword
Yeah.
that I would have recognized
Yeah,
that
it just
he
looks like a knife, like a little a little pocket knife, just kind of carving in. But there's other names too. I'm blanking on names now. But yeah, there's plenty of like very common elven names are carved in. It looks like elves come out here or used to come out here a lot, perhaps when it was more of like a tropical paradise place. Um, but yeah, there's over like 2 dozen names carved on this desk.
Was there any space near the name Targarus?
Not that you can see.
So I couldn't. Okay.
The next
Can
one
I find a
is
spot?
Flurg the Debaucherous. So that's fun. Flurg was there
Can I
for a
find-
different kind of party.
No debauchery here.
Can I find a spot and carve my name and Nelly's name?
Yeah. You find a spot, get it in there. Pretty simple enough. You put the date. The dates are next to them too. Make a perception check for me.
28.
Okay. You hear coming from the hostel. You hear a familiar voice of Annalise. Excuse me, ma'am. Have 2 women come in here recently? She responds, no, it's just me. But if I see them, should I tell them who's looking? And Annalise responds, no, I don't think so. It's fine. But if just keep an eye out for them. They could be dangerous. Please. She then comes back into the back room. Okay, so I don't know if you heard that, but there's a very scary and intimidating looking woman looking for you. But don't worry, I'm no narc.
Can I insight check? I mean, I know I heard the interaction, but
Yeah, go ahead.
27.
She's no narc, man. She's not gonna narc you out.
What side is the mattress, like, is it on the other side of the other wall that's like opposite the window?
Yeah, so the door is here, and then the mattress would be here. So door.
So is it like, is the mattress on like the interior wall and then the window's on the other side?
Yeah.
Like, would you be able to see the mattress from the window?
No.
Okay.
The window's high. Like the mattress is like on the ground. You wouldn't be able to. The window's too high.
Right, but
to be able to
in
see
theory,
it.
could you you couldn't look in the window and see?
Oh, if you like went in, like if you like full on went into the window, yeah. But like, so all the buildings are on stilts. So like, the window is like 10 feet above the ground. So,
Yeah, she's also a dragon, so.
well, you don't know that she's a dragon.
If
You
she
are
goes to
I
assuming.
have
dragon
some-
form, you're gonna have other issues.
I have a strong suspicion that she probably
I
can
have
fly if
seen
she feels like it.
that she is a dragon.
Could I move them? I guess the writing desk is probably like under the window.
Yeah.
Could I like maneuver the mattress and like turn it a little bit so it's like a
Mhm.
little, not just like, in full view
Not
on the
directly
other
in
side.
eye line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like kind of more under
Yeah.
the window. But I don't want to
Mhm.
like move the whole room around. And then I'm assuming I would have put Nelly on it already, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll look back at Stefania and be like, thank you. She is a little scary.
Yeah, very menacing.
Um,
One of the more menacing people we've seen come in here, and this is, like Cord's place. So, we get some pretty tough customers.
but certainly don't, put yourself in harm's way to protect us. I could handle myself if need be.
Oh dear, these bones may be old and this skin may be wrinkly, but I've still got some fight in me.
Wonderful. How long have you been here?
Oh, who's to say how long? It's just long.
Fair enough.
You tend to not leave here,
I don't know, but interesting.
Well, you find a place and you find a fella and you just hang around.
Is that fella still around, or where is he?
Oh well, I lost my husband a few years ago, but he was very proud of this place, and I like to think I'm carrying it on for him.
Sorry to hear that.
Okay, dear. You go out to fight a monster and then you don't come home. That's just the life of an adventurer.
Sure is.
But if you need anything, please let me know. Shut the door.
Absolutely.
Waddles back to her desk. Nelly's fever is gone, but she is still kind of reeling from the massive magic explosion.
Okay. Remind me. I feel like when I talked to Tasha, she knew more about what was going on with this stuff than the Moonweaver, right? I mean,
Yeah.
she's the one who
Yeah.
warned me about it.
Oh yeah, that you were going to explode.
I was gonna explode. Oh man. I forgot I can't sleep. That sucks. Oh wait. I have that
You
ring.
just might explode.
Oh, that ring just
do.
prevents me getting an exhaustion point, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't sleep, you don't get an exhaustion point just the first time, but it doesn't stack. But you haven't used it yet, so it could prevent you from being exhausted because you don't meditate for a night.
Yeah. Let's see. This is kind of a dilemma because I do need to conserve spells, but I have. I could just plane shift out of here if I wanted to, but also that seems like that would cause a ruckus. And I'm tired.
Oh.
No, just go ahead and plane shift back to the exact time you left, and then we'll have to replay all the sessions we've already played.
And then what was the retcon? Well, time
Yeah.
does move differently in the Feywild. So,
Yeah.
for all
Yeah.
Thea knows, if she goes back now, it's like 30 years later.
I don't like that at
That's
all.
also a conundrum, Thea being in the Feywild.
Yeah, there's that too. I think I have one more 5th level spell slot, so I'm gonna cast Mew with Tasha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Book time.
Means 3 questions, and divination's just like one thing, right? That's the difference.
I believe so, yeah.
It's been a minute, so
Here we go.
rules lawyers out of practice.
Yep, up to 3 questions.
Yes or no's. Okay. Let's be like, hey girl.
Hey, girl. You would not believe what's been going on with me.
Oh man, I always forget that I have the fucking chicken foot under my eye.
Yeah,
Everyone
right
can
here.
just see that. Everyone can just see that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those who know that you are marked by Tasha or by Baba Yaga. One or the other.
Like, how can I use that to my advantage? I'm scary and intimidating.
It might help out if you ever talk to hags.
If I what?
If you ever talk to hags, it'll help out.
Ooh. Are there any swamp hags around?
Yo, where are the swamp hags?
My people.
Show me where the swamp hags. My people become one with the swamp.
Yeah, that might be my
All right,
favorite.
what are your questions?
Okay, my first question. Is it possible for Nelly to wake up after or from this?
Few seconds past. Yes.
Okay. Trying to remember. What were the circumstances under which I'm not asking Tasha this, I'm asking you.
Oh no, you're asking a DM question.
What were the circumstances under which Nelly like exploded? Like, did it seem like something brought it on? It's just hard to remember.
So you guys had been traveling for about half a day, and she like wandered off when you took a break, and then just exploded. Like there was so much magical pressure and buildup that came out all
Well, are the circumstances of her magical overload the same as mine?
Hmm.
Did they come from the same
DM
place?
tell me to think. Yes. But that is with that is very a tentative yes, but also like ellipses after the yes. Like, yeah.
But there's more to it. Okay. It should. Oh wait, I feel like I already know the answer, so I'm not gonna ask that. But is Annalise intent on finding us because she plans to use Nelly as some kind of weapon.
Ooh.
Damn.
I don't know if Tasha would know. I'm going to say uncertain on that.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
A magical mage hand thumbs up. Sun's starting to go down. It seems that it might be winter in this area. The sun's setting kind of quickly. What do you want to do?
I don't really want to leave her alone, but I probably need to eat something. I don't know if I have food.
You should have like travel rations.
I feel like Animus always carries those.
I 100% had all of the rations. I definitely had all of our food.
Yeah, because I don't have like a bag of holding or anything like that.
I have
let me see
our
what I do.
community bag of holding, so.
Yeah. I mean, I have a diamond I could munch on. I felt like it. Yummy.
Just eat like an apple.
Yeah.
You could make a
Can
pie.
I pull up my jeweler's? I just ask Stefania for food and give her money. But can I look out the window with my jewel? Is it possible for me to look out the window from my height?
Yeah.
Can I like pull up my jeweler's loop and like look outside through it?
You see, like a lot of shades, just kind of all walking along in the swamp. Looks like there's a lot of ghosts in this area.
Cool. Very cool. Awesome. I am just
What do you want to do?
gonna. I feel like this is a long shot, and so I don't anticipate it working, but I'm gonna try anyway. And I'm just gonna like send up a prayer to the Moonweaver and use divine intervention and see if she'll bring Nelly back to consciousness, because I don't know what to do.
Divine intervention is a class feature, right?
Yeah. It's not a spell.
Gotta get the cleric. Okay.
Actually, I take it back. Hold on. I think I'm still gonna use it, but I think I might change my request just a smidgen. I think I'm gonna actually. I think this is a little more selfish, but I'm gonna ask her to grant me the benefits of a long rest without having to take one.
Okay.
Give me a
roll your
little
percentile die while I go grab my phone charger because my phone is eating through battery.
I think that's gonna buy me a little more time and make my life a little easier if that does work. I did not. I don't think it worked.
What'd you roll?
A 98.
A 98? Yeah, it doesn't work, unfortunately.
It's fine.
I think
Yeah,
I'm going to have to
that's
move
really fine.
location real quick. So I can keep going while I'm moving here, but I have to turn my camera off. Sorry, Caleb, if that messes with things. No, you're most certainly not. Okay.
I'm Annalise.
Okay.
Look at me. I'm all edgy. Ooh.
Ooh, edgelord. Ooh. Okay, give me just a second, guys. So, Thea, as that is going on, you begin to hear a creaking, sounding almost like the roof creaking.
So, Thea, because I am the dungeon master right now,
Shut up,
you
Caleb.
begin to hear a creaking. Almost like
A creaking.
the roof above you is creaking.
Oh,
The roof.
The roof.
Not the roof.
Now, since I am in charge, I will be saying it's Santa Claus. You know this for a fact. Absolutely no rules necessary.
You know this to be
Santa Claus is
It
on
is
the roof.
magical time.
Hold on, I have to take notes of everything you said. Can you start from the beginning, please?
Oh, god damn it.
Ah, here we go. Thank you, Zach. Give it to him.
Someone's got to take
Can't
notes.
take it, huh?
Someone's got to take notes.
Okay.
No, I just think he's doing a great job.
I dropped my charger on my foot.
You hear jingle bells.
Oh no.
You hear sleigh bells ringing. Are you listening? Oh, that's not a real plug-in. What the heck?
This is, it seems like the White Witch's powers have been draining now that you've entered Narnia. So Christmas has finally arrived and Santa Claus is here to bring you some special weapons that are going to help you beat her.
We're not playing Narnia.
You are now.
But Caleb, I'm claustrophobic.
Your party mates are Mr. Gumnus.
Claustrophobic?
I'm afraid of Santa Claus.
I'm afraid of Santa Claus.
That totally should be a thing. If like people are afraid of Santa, it's called claustrophobic.
Stop it, Patrick. You're scaring him.
Ho, ho, ho.
What a nightmare.
No.
Hey guys, while we're on this break,
cut this out, right?
I can, but I might as well do a little update on the next part we're gonna go to anyway. While we're on this, we are going to move over to Sirus. Not as in depth, maybe as in depth, but last time you saw Sirus, which was not last week, it was 2 weeks ago. He had left late at night with a woman from our tavern, and this woman happened to be a woman. This woman happened to be the daughter of one of the most powerful men in Emon, who has sent people out to kill men and or women that his daughter has been with before. So, Sirus decided to go for it.
It's all rumors.
All rumors, apparently. It's a younger or a smaller gnomish woman. I'd have to look for her name, but her bodyguard's with her as well, and they went to a different hotel other than our tavern because we don't want them to be found leaving our tavern in the morning because that doesn't seem smart. But yeah, that is something we're going to jump back to in a little while.
I think I'm good. Okay, I'm back in a different location, and my hair is even worse. Okay, so Thea, above you, the roof starts to creak. Also, I bet there's a huge echo now. I apologize, everybody. The roof above you begins to creak, and you see actually the boards of the roof begin to kind of snap as it appears as though the roof is starting to break down a little bit.
I don't like that.
It's all those cookies.
It's all their milk and cookies for Santa weighing down the roof.
Does it seem like there's something like on the roof, or does it seem like some kind of crazy? Oh, Daisy.
Hey, baby Daisy.
Daisy dog. Does it sound like there's something on the roof, or is it like the weather? Is something's happening?
As you kind of look at the boards, it appears as though they're aging rapidly.
Oh no. Can I look out the window and see what's happening?
Yeah. You see as you look out the window, you see that the swamp's vegetation is kind of growing quicker. And then like decaying, like it's going through rapid growth and decay, almost as if time is moving faster.
Okay. Can I open the door to the room and see what's going on in the rest
All
of
right,
the...
so you open up the door to the hostel, and you see that it's kind of fallen into disrepair. You see like sections of the roof are gone. The statue of cord is now like heavily wind scarred, and almost like all of the definition and feature in it is gone. There's no sight of Stefania. But yeah, it looks as though this place has been abandoned for 30, 40 years.
I'm gonna try to call for Stefania, like not super loud, but loud enough that she, in theory, could hear me.
No response.
Did it feel like time actually like passed? I'm gonna look at my hands. Do I look different?
I mean, you're an elf.
My
If it's
hands
been
look
30
old.
years, you wouldn't be able to notice at all.
50
Elves
years of your
don't.
life.
Oh man. Oh god, that's what she meant by "you never leave."
You never leave.
Oh no. Can I pull up my jeweler's loop again? Are there just still like ghosts, or what's happening?
Yep. You see the ghost of Stefania kind of walking around, kind of sweeping stuff, just kind of taking care of things. You see a bunch of different ghosts. The town is deserted. You can see through like a caved in wall of what was once the hostel. The entire town is in the same state.
Oh no. Okay. I hate that. Hate everything about that. Okay. How does Nelly look?
Fine. She seems to be breathing normally again. She seems fine. She's just not awake.
Okay. I'm gonna pick her up and throw her over my shoulders again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start walking, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna hold my jeweler's loop up I'm gonna try to, so I can like see what's going on.
Okay.
In
You want to go back the way you came or forward?
forward.
You walk for a little while. It seems as though the swamp is normal in this area. As you continue on, you eventually get to this small roadside shrine, basically. And you see an older man kind of kneeled down, praying to this visage of what looks like perhaps the Raven Queen.
Okay.
Got a large backpack on, pots and pans kind of dangling, giant fishing rod kind of over one shoulder.
Funny seeing you here again.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Hi. We've met before. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with faces.
Yeah, it was a while back, but no worries.
Mm-hmm. Well, I apologize. The memory's not what it used to be. But quick question. He pulls out this small scroll and he unrolls it, and you see there's a bounty for a frog human in the area. You seen this? Big beastie, giant frog, tons of weird eyes. You seen it?
Someone way back that way.
Oh. Well, thank you so much. Good luck to you. Don't know where you're headed, but I hope you get there safe.
You as well.
He starts to walk off. Oh, wait. Where are my manners? You see, he pulls a small piece of saltwater taffy in his pocket and hands it to you.
Oh boy.
Wait. You're not allergic to nuts, are you?
Jesus Christ.
Are there nuts in that?
No. Just making conversation. You see, he walks on.
Damn it.
Did he hand? Wait, he didn't hand it to me, did he?
Yeah, he handed it to you. The internet is not our friend tonight.
It got so quiet and I thought something happened on my end. Because I'm writing this down, I looked up and I was like,
right.
Yeah, same.
what
no.
happened? And that is where we'll take our break.
Is that an impression of me?
No, that was just me making a
Is that
voice.
what you think I sound like?
You.
Not at all, no. I don't think I could do an
hungry.
impression.
Yeah, my voice is a little deep for you.
Yeah.
We just have different vocal ranges.
And that is where I'll take our break. Abby, you're back.
Hey, she's back.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what happened to my Wi-Fi for a second.
Not the whippy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just using my phone as a hotspot. Can I look at this taffy a little closer? Like, does it give off any kind of magical aura or anything, or is it just taffy?
As far as you can tell, it's just taffy.
And what did he say last time that it would do for me?
Give you a little pick.
Caleb, do you remember?
Give you a little pick me up.
There you go.
Okay, I thought it was something along those lines. Okay, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna eat one.
Does she have her spell slots back now that time has passed?
No.
No, because I didn't sleep.
Oh, true.
As you're eating it, it's kind of got like this like briny sort of fish taste to it. It's not the best saltwater tap you've ever had.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. But as you're chewing it, you feel a little bit revitalized. Nothing crazy, but it's like you had a cup of coffee, basically.
Okay. Guess I'll just like. Can I look at the little shrine that he was praying to?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything interesting about it, or is it just?
It looks like it's a traveling, like it's a shrine for travelers, specifically for people who are like going into fights or going on adventures. They pray to the Raven Queen to protect them and, not let them die.
Um. I'm just gonna look at it and I'm gonna kind of like send out a little like something to the Raven Queen and just be like, I'm not supposed to be stuck here. Please help me.
Do you want to keep moving forward or go back?
I'm gonna keep going forward.
Okay. After a little while, you eventually make it to a small, what looks like fishing village.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Sitting on stilts, it looks as though the fishing is kind of dried up recently, perhaps because of the froghemoth. Mostly humans and tieflings. All the stalls, they sold out. No fish.
That's amazing.
Does it look as abandoned as it did the last time I saw it?
Probably no one younger than mid-40s.
Does it look as decrepit and abandoned as it did when I left the hostel?
No, it looks kind of like when you left or when you arrived the first time.
I'm gonna walk into the Temple of Cord, the hostel.
Okay.
Is there anyone?
Yeah, you see an older woman, kind of short, horns, sitting at the front desk. She looks over you. Oh, hi. How can I help you?
I'm just a little lost, and
Mm-hmm.
would it be all right if I sat here for a minute while I figure out what I need to do?
Oh, well, we've got space if you want a room, more privacy.
That'd be nice.
Oh boy.
Okay. Follow me. She opens the door. Same room, same desk, same bed, same window as before.
Spoiler alert, Santa Claus is coming.
Spoiler.
Are there
Santa
any
Claus
other?
comes to town.
Are there any other rooms?
Are you
Like
asking her or are you just looking around?
I'm looking around.
Roll an investigation check.
9.
Getting better every time. Wouldn't it be amazing if you rolled another 7? There's a few other rooms. You could go into them if you wanted. Maybe.
Can I walk over to the desk and look at the desk?
The desk in the room that you were in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at it, there's names carved in it. The same names you saw before. But now there's more names. Like you see yours, and then there's names underneath it.
What are those names?
Oh, there's, the classics, your Kevins, your Brysons, your Halifax, the herbalist, a bunch of different ones.
Anything that strikes.
It looks as though about 20 names have been written beneath yours.
I'll look at Stefania and I'll say, "What was your name?"
My name's Stefania, dear. What's yours?
Thea. And I'm gonna
What's a
see if there's
pleasure
any
to meet
recognition in her face.
Nope, none.
Killer.
Murder.
That's the only way to stop the cycle.
Well, thank you for the hospitality.
Of course, dear. If there's anything you need, please let me know.
Absolutely. I'm
What are you
gonna
gonna do?
set Nelly down on the mattress.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Do I hear where Stefania goes?
Yeah, she's at the front desk.
How far is that from these other rooms?
The
Will
other
she be-
rooms are probably. The front desk. You're like 3 rooms down. So I mean, not terribly far, but a distance.
I want to like try to stealth out of the room and hope she doesn't notice me.
Okay.
And I want to try to like go into one of the other rooms very quietly if I
Make a
can.
check.
It is. Yeah, 30.
Okay. 30. So you creep out of your room and you go to the room next to yours. You slowly open it. Inside is a window, a mattress, and a writing desk.
I want to look at the desk.
Names are written on the desk. Names you recognize. Your own name is on the desk.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. If I were to leave and go to another room. Yeah, I just want to do that. Quietly.
You go to a room that's closer to the interior. Like, should not have any windows, basically. As you open the door, there's a window, a desk, and a mattress. You hear at the front desk, you hear a familiar voice. Excuse me, I seem to have gotten somehow confused. I was here earlier. Stefano looks at Annalise. I don't believe you were, but I can help you nonetheless. What do we need? Annalise looks at her kind of confused. Well, you see, I'm looking for 2 women, um, who were perhaps a little bit in front of me. I'm wondering if you've seen them. No, can't say I have. Um, if I do, I'll be sure to let you know. Um, Annalise then says, perhaps would it be okay if I took a look around? I says, we pride ourselves on the privacy of our guests, and I don't want some stranger barging into their rooms. Please. Well, okay, that's fine. If you hear anything, please let me know. Please.
I'm gonna try to make my way back to my room quickly and quietly as I can.
You stealthily go through, close it, and then right as you close the door, there's a knock.
I'll open the door.
Please, Stefano's head speaking. Hi, dear. I just want to let you know there was a woman here looking for you, and I told her that you weren't here because I'm not going to narc anyone else.
Much appreciated.
Of
She's
course.
a bit scary.
It's very intimidating.
Yeah, very. Um, Thank you.
Of course. If you need anything, please let me know, and I'll be right at front desk.
Absolutely. Um, if I were to go out the front door and or like peek out, do I see on Annalise?
You see her kind of walking around town asking people if they know anything. It looks like.
Okay. Um, Look something up really quick. Probably doesn't know.
It's Bananas, BAN. I forget the song. It's Banana.
Shout out Gwen Stefani.
Was that when she was the solo? Or was that was no doubt?
That was Gwen Stefani solo.
Okay. I gotta find out that Zach is like a huge Gwen Stefani fan.
I just
That'd be
listen to
hilarious.
way too much fucking music.
I don't think it's too much.
Okay. I'm gonna like kind of watch her for a minute and see what direction she walks in. Oh shit. She like still just talking to people. Like, is there a point where she ventures off in the direction that I went earlier after I left, or?
A few minutes pass. She kind of talks to everybody. And then yeah, she eventually heads out, thinking maybe you just pass through.
I'm gonna, as soon as I see her walk in the other direction, I'm going to grab Nelly, and I'm gonna pick her up, throw her over my shoulder, say goodbye to Stefania, say thank you, throw her like a gold, and gonna walk in the direction back towards the cave.
Okay. All right. So as you're doing that, a little while passes, and you kind of are, taking stock of your surroundings. And you see someone behind you following, probably about 100 yards behind you.
Did you say following or crawling? Because one of those is scarier than the other.
Following.
They're both unpleasant, but
one of them is much worse. I agree.
Can I discern any features on this person?
It's a little too far away to tell. They look like they're dressed kind of like a traveler. But yeah,
pots and pans.
No pots and pans. More like a duster, kind of more cowboy vibes.
Okay. Does it seem like I'm making any headway back towards that cave, though?
Make a perception check.
It's not good, but it's still a dirty 20.
What did you roll, like a 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it appears the terrain does not seem to be changing too much, but it's also a swamp. So it's kind of hard to tell. The sun is definitely like changing position as you're going. It's about midday now.
About how long did it take me to get from the cave to the town originally? Can I like discern
About
that?
3 hours. About three
Does it feel
hours.
like it's been 3 hours already?
No, it's been about an hour since you left.
Okay. Cool. Then I'm going to. I mean, I'm just going to keep walking. I'm going to keep an eye on the person who's following me in theory. Nothing of it reminds me of Annalise from, or is it just too impossible?
No. Annalise is wearing like full body armor. This person is definitely not.
Okay. Does it look more like male or female, or is it hard to tell?
Hard to tell from this distance.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pick up my pace just a little bit,
Okay.
if I can, but I know that's like difficult carrying somebody.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So as you're going, eventually you pass what looks like a small shrine to the Raven Queen.
Oh boy.
You see there's like a small offering plate, and there's a piece of saltwater taffy sitting in the plate. Looks like it's been there for some time, like mold is growing on it. You see like a few bugs and other creatures have kind of eaten at it a little bit.
okay. Okay. Does any of this area resemble like around where like the cave was, or does it all just still look the same?
Make a survival check.
Okay, 23.
23. It's kind of hard to tell the topography because of the swamp. This shrine is on the right side of the trail though, and the other one's on the left side. So that's a little bit of a difference.
Okay.
If you
Does
look
it
back,
look like
the figure that was following you is gone.
I'm looking around me. I feel like he's somewhere else.
Okay. As you begin to look around, you see about 50 yards in front of you is that figure that was following you, just kind of staring at
I'm gonna stare back at him.
you. He reaches out his hand. You can tell from this distance that it's male too, and the build, everything.
I'll walk just a little bit closer.
Okay.
Can I insight check him?
Go ahead.
27.
27. There's like a sense of urgency, like you see he's kind of motioning for you to move faster. As you look behind you, you see the swamp rapidly decaying as like this wave of decay is just flowing towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna dimension door closer to him.
Okay, so you try and cast Dimension Door, nothing happens.
Lose the spell slot.
No, you do not.
Okay, I'm gonna try to run, I
Okay,
guess,
so you're
or
running
go
with
my normal
Nelly
speed.
on your shoulders.
So,
Make a dexterity saving throw for me. You have disadvantage because you're carrying Nelly.
fuck, okay. Oh, wait. It's 12.
Well, so as you're running, you kind of trip, and you see as you fall, you see Nelly kind of fall forward, and the figure grabs her, and they both disappear as the decay wave just continues. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Alright. Did anything about that figure look familiar?
Make an insight check.
$25.
25. Is that your insight check or your Constitution save?
That's my insight check. I wish that was my
Okay.
constitution.
There is a familiarity with this figure. You can't quite place it though.
Does he have green hands?
They were gloved.
Yeah.
So, is he green? Because I know Shrek pretty well.
Okay. Okay. 21. It's my constitution saving throw. I'll take it.
You feel the decay wave hit the back of your leg as you're kind of stumbling to get up, and you feel like your hands and feet are kind of sinking into the swamp as you're trying to pull yourself out. You take, oh my gosh,
Oh boy.
20 points of acid damage.
How many?
20 points of acid damage.
Okay.
You then see the figure reappears about 30 yards in front of you. Hands stretched out.
Can I get back up?
Yeah, you pick yourself back up. The decay wave is just licking at your feet. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. This time you don't have disadvantage because Nelly, you're no longer carrying Nelly.
Well, it was worse, so it was a 7.
Ooh. You go and you trip right before you make it. You take another 9, 12, 13 points of acid damage. The figure also, as they're going, is kind of like struggling through the swamp, and eventually touches you, and you feel yourself being pulled, and all of the light fades away as you feel yourself covered in kind of this gross lime as this figure pulls you out of the belly of this purple worm.
What the
He
fuck?
yanks you, and you land back in the cave where you were. It's a little bit more well lit. It seems as though this figure has kind of put torches around.
What the hell?
But you are covered in the stomach bile of this purple worm.
Was I in the purple worm the whole time?
You were in the purple worm the whole time.
No way.
This is a special purple worm, but you know. With that, we will we will conclude Thia's story next week.
Hey, who
We're
was
gonna go over. You'll find out next week. We're gonna go over to Sirus. So, complete tone shift. Sirus, you have recently. Do you remember the name of this woman that you've been chatting up?
Dacia.
Dacia, yeah.
Do you remember the name of her bodyguard?
Bodyguard?
I didn't write either of them down, so I believe in you.
I know it's not right, but I wrote down Vanilla.
That
That's
kinda
pretty close.
sounds right.
I don't have my documents in front of me, or else I would correct you. That one doesn't suit them. matter. So you and Stasia, thanks to Soph, have gone to one of the more, shall we say, private inns.
The Cloak and Dagger Inn.
Yeah.
Look at me taking notes. Caleb, are you proud?
I am proud.
Caleb, you should be proud. Who's gonna be the note taker when Caleb DMs?
Still
Nobody.
me.
Not it.
Still me. I'm sending you
It's
guys
still
Google
gonna be
Docs.
Caleb's gonna be DMing while he's like, okay, guys, here's the summary of last week, and we've already blocked it like weeks ago. We blocked his email. So the two of you are going. Sirus, make a perception check.
That is a 6.
6. You're just kind of nervous. You know, it's hard to kind of, you know, you're looking at her, and then you're looking at where you're going, and then you're looking at her again, and she smiles up at you, and then you smile down at her, and you're just like, okay, I guess this is happening. You eventually make it to the Cloak and Dagger, which is in the back. It is behind a like general supply store. It's like down an alley, and then it's behind there, and there's no signage. It is just a door.
I open the door for her.
The door's locked.
Shit.
You see a small split of the front, or on top of it.
And I knock on it.
Okay. You knock. Slides open. What's the password?
Jacob, do I know the password?
Soph didn't tell you there was a password.
What a dick.
What an asshole.
Oh
Oh,
man, we all just sat there watching too. We were all just sitting there watching this whole experience.
Do I have like a brand or anything on me with the Flagon Slayers logo on it?
Anzu, have you branded Sirus yet?
I don't know. Wait,
I believe it was on the arm for him.
either
I feel like that was a
we
thing
also
that
have
happened ages ago.
we also have like these like badges that we also have.
I have a fucking name tag.
No, not a name tag. Like
Fuck
you know,
off.
those, like
That's
Oh,
not
my
as
name is
gnarly
Sirus.
as the fucking brand.
you
man.
have a brand.
You got a fucking brand.
I kind of do one of these, like show them the brand.
Oh, it'd be great if it was me, because mine's on my ass cheek.
You friend of Soph?
Yes, I am.
Kind of looks down. Oh, Mistress Stasia. Happy to have you back. He opens up the door.
I
He looks at you.
quick like turn and look at her.
Kind of known here.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry. It's nothing bad. Unless you kind of like it.
Shall we go in?
So, very much like a speakeasy sort of vibe in here. You see there's a band playing, kind of jazz club vibe. The smoke fills the room. You see people in booths in different levels of intoxication. You see the guard that was minding the door. Kind of an older looking tabaxi. The hair around his mouth is starting to kind of gray, but he's kind of got like this orange kind of Tony the Tiger sort of vibe. He nods to both of you, but he takes you aside real quick. Let Soph know he owes me a favor.
Will do.
Oh, and here, you might want this. And he hands you a small badge that has a CD on it, the letter C and D. It's not an actual CD.
It's not a compact disc.
No, unfortunately, no. They haven't
It's
gotten
not
that
a
far yet.
pack of condoms.
It's not. What is this for?
It gets you into the room you want to get into.
Uh,
But word for the wise, I'd skip out on town once you do what you want to do.
I will put that in the Anyway, Stasia, would you like to get a drink or something?
Sure, if that's what you want to do.
Sure, yeah.
All right. The two of you go up to the bar. Very like high-end bar vibes. The bartenders are wearing like the old-timey sort of like cuffs and the suspenders and kind of. There's definitely a theme going on here. What are you wanting to order?
Shit. I'll just
You
have.
remember what sauce you wanted?
An Amon sunrise.
That's what it
You're not
was.
supposed to help him. You're not there.
That's indeed what it was.
Write that down, Zach. I'll save you this time.
No. I will have a mead, and she will have.
I see what you're doing. And she does too.
Of course she does.
She's done this before.
I'll have a. I'll have a white stone on the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You see the bartender nods.
Some
over,
class.
starts mixing her drink. Slides you a mead. The club is very like. It's got kind of like a lounge sort of like. There's not going to be a lot of loud noise. There's not going to be a lot of like partying or clubbing or anything like that. It's more of a kind of speakeasy kind of bar. You do notice, however, that there are quite a few armed individuals in here. You've seen swords on their hips, crossbows on their backs, stuff like that.
So what you're saying is I fit in.
Well, more so than usual, actually. Stasia gets her drink, and you see the bartender has a green crystal in his hand, and he gets what looks like a cheese grater, and he just shaves some of the crystal into the drink, and you see the white of the drink begins to kind of glow green.
Interesting.
If you ordering on the rocks is a little bit different than most drinks, but here, do you want to taste? She slides it to you.
Sure. Yeah.
Sirus, you take 2 points of just general damage. It feels like when you would suck on a warhead, you know how your tongue would kind of like get all tingly and stuff. It's kind of that feeling, but it goes down smooth. You do feel yourself kind of like your vision kind of warps a little bit. And like it almost feels as though your like perception is heightened, like sounds are sharper, and like touching stuff there's more like you feel it more. all of your senses are kind of heightened temporarily.
That is quite good. And I give it back to her.
Well, I find that it's helpful for a new experience.
Hmm. Like what?
Oh well, we'll just say that it makes things feel more intimate.
I see.
Oh
see.
man,
Um,
she just slipped you some nice party drugs.
that she did.
Some Molly in the system. Really gonna get your senses going.
So, you seem to be, I wouldn't say a frequent customer, but you've been here a time or two.
Oh well, I like to keep my business investments diverse, and one of them is one establishment such as
I see. Um, well, how about we move this party elsewhere, shall we?
this. Well, there's two options we have. Would you like to go to a private room, or would you like to go to my office?
You have an office here?
I told you I keep my business investments diverse.
A little bit of role play.
The office sounds interesting.
Oh, well, please. And she takes you through the stairs. There is a room that overlooks the bar that has a giant glass window that kind of overlooks everything. But it's a one-way mirror. You can't look inside the office, but you can look outside onto the bar.
Mm-hmm.
She leaves you in there. Pretty standard office setup. Large desk. You see there's like a small bar that's kind of off to the side. There's a fireplace with chairs, a nice bearskin rug, and dominates the center.
A sex swing hanging in the corner.
No.
Not in this room.
Not this time.
Not in this room.
Not getting
That
tied
hasn't
up
been
this
installed
time.
Was this Bear your kill or?
No, but it was a gift from a former friend.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Question for
quite warm though.
you. What now? You broke up.
It's warm. It serves a purpose.
I bet it is warm. Jacob, question for you: is the
Yes.
bodyguard joining in on this adventure with us, or is she just?
No, she's at the door.
She's more of a watcher.
No. We've discussed this.
I'm still kind of confused on where this is going. I'm not like I know this should be pretty
same.
I know this should be pretty straightforward, but like what's happening here?
Trying to learn about this lovely lady.
Ask her more questions about herself.
We're fucking let me get to it,
favorite color?
Jesus. Fuck.
She sits down in her office chair. You see it's this very large leather chair that it swivels. She turns it around and looks out at the bar. When I bought this place, I thought it was going to be more fun, but just a lot of old people trying to relive the glory days.
That's no fun.
No, it's not. That's why I went to your place tonight, actually. I wanted to see, what it's like to be, well, for the lack of a better term, more ordinary. And I think ordinary is more fun.
I got nothing for that.
Ain't got nothing.
This is canon.
This is canon.
This is Zach.
Long pause.
Yeah. Orden, what?
Dark You can play the dark and mysterious type if you need to here.
Annie.
No,
Annie,
he's
though.
too far in. He's too far in. He could have started that way.
Oh, is there anything like sparkly or fun on the desk that she's sitting at?
Or are there like any fidget things?
Something to fucking talk about.
A dartboard, maybe.
Make a investigation check.
Okay.
Something for Sirus to do that helps him here.
He needs his fidget toy.
That would be a 14.
14. You see that there's like a few business records, like schedules, normal business stuff. You do see a small photo of what looks like an older gnomish man, thick gray beard, thick mustache, monocle, looking kind of like Mr. Monopoly, even though Mr. Monopoly never had a monocle, I guess.
He had a monocle.
Idiot.
Okay.
Yeah, he does not look like the most chill of dudes. You also see what looks like a small rocking horse, almost like a little figurine rocking horse that kind of constantly rocks. It appears to maybe be enchanted to never stop rocking back and forth.
I walk over and is she like sitting facing me or like away?
She's watching the bar. She's sitting watching the bar, drinking her drink.
Okay, I would like to like walk over to the desk and like put my arm like on the chair, like off to the side,
Okay.
like, pick up the photo, and does it look like her dad?
Oh yeah, there's a family resemblance for
Okay,
sure.
cool. Is this your dad?
Yes, it is him. He's pretty busy a lot of the time, so I like to have a picture of him to at least feel like at least a part of him's here.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Did he give you the little rocking horse?
No, that was a gift from my mother. But she's been gone for some time.
It's a pretty rocking horse. Does it just continue to keep rocking, or how does that work?
Yeah. Well, when my mom gave it to me, she said, as long as this horse continues to rock back and forth, you'll know that I love you. And it never stopped. So.
That is the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Anzu, Zygon, and Animus are down in the bar having a drink. You see an owl that looks a lot like Zato in the corner of the room.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
So, fucking hell, Jacob. Do you This is why I don't go on dates. Fucking this situation right here.
Don't worry, Zach. This is a safe space.
Is it? Is it? It's your broadcast of the fucking internet, Jacob. This is not a safe space.
Yeah, but this is Dungeons and Dragons. This is
I
how
can
Zach
cut
is in
this
real
if
life.
you want.
No. Can I just like down my drink and have an excuse to go get another? You said there was like a little bar like inside the office?
Yeah, there's a little like bar cart. Yeah.
Is this fair game here?
Oh yes. I thought we would be using it tonight anyway.
Oh, perfect. Jacob, can I attempt to make a drink?
Okay. Yeah. What do you want to make?
Ooh, something fun.
Okay. Something fun.
I
Abby,
would
what
like-
would you say is something fun?
We'll make
Yeah.
a grasshopper.
What kind of spirits do you
bartender.
like, Sirus?
Yeah.
Sirus is a whiskey.
Sirius
No,
feels like, yeah,
Whiskey-
Sirius feels like a whiskey guy.
Whiskey sour.
He's a whiskey kind of guy.
Do you want to do something like a little bit interesting or like a little different? Or do you want
Yep.
to go with a classic?
Nah,
Okay.
fucking different.
Sirus is going to make a paper plane.
What's the poop?
Ooh.
I take the napkin and I start folding it.
In this case, a paper airship.
Paper
Jacob.
airship.
I would like to make a paper airship.
Okay. There's not really a mixology check. We'll just do a dexterity check. We'll make sure you get all the measurements right.
Work. That is a dirty 20.
All right. So, you've watched Soph a few nights make something similar to this. So you kind of add a little bit to it. But do you want to make two or just one?
Stop
Make a drink for her. It's romantic.
I'll make two.
I'll make two. Okay, so you make two. You bring them over.
Can I do the fun little like
Yeah.
shaker tricks and shit?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you roll high enough on your dexterity.
Yeah,
You've got, you're actually a pretty good
This is where he's got to show off.
Yeah,
this
pretty
is him
good.
showing his
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
talents.
showing off, throwing stuff, shaving the ice correctly to make a shape. I don't know if there's ice in this drink or not, but so you get the two drinks, bring them over. She places her old used glass on the desk.
Is it empty? Did she finish her drink?
Yeah, she finished it. Yeah.
All right, good. I didn't want to like. She's like halfway done. Here's another one.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Here, take this one.
Shove it in her face. Please.
Oh, a gentleman making me a drink, and this is not the easiest to make.
I've had some practice.
Ho ho ho.
With yourself or with others?
A gentleman never tells.
I think you're far from a gentleman.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I guess we'll find out.
Ooh.
For the sake of getting Zach out of his misery,
Please.
we'll say the two of you share a drink and a little bit of bonding, talking kind of about like your parents and your families and stuff like that. And as the night goes on, that bearskin rug gets closer and closer, until the night ends with we'll say a little bit of romance.
The ending.
Yeah. Well, probably
some
just
of us.
one of you, in all honesty. Yeah. But with that, we will end tonight's session.
Yes.
Hopefully, we'll be back to normal-ish next week. Hopefully, my internet won't be out, and Brady will be back, and we'll actually progress the story. Maybe, who
I'll be
knows?
gone next
Maybe.
week.
Zach will be gone next week,
Yeah,
but
Zach is gone next week.
this progressed the story. This did need to happen on stream at some point.
Added some side stuff.
He'll be locked in a sex dungeon.
Yeah.
The sex dungeon.
Wouldn't be the first time.
All right. Would not be the first.
Something about having 2 nickels or something.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and we hope to see you next week.